If you've been gardening for any length of time, chances are you've spent money on chemical fertilizers. Brightly colored bags promising bigger harvests, lush lawns, and rapid growth. It's tempting, right? But here's the truth. That fertilizer is the one thing you should never buy again. Not only is it a waste of your money, but it actively damages your soil over time. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why it's a mistake, and more importantly, what you should be doing instead if you want healthier soil and stronger harvests for years to come. The problem with synthetic fertilizers is simple. They feed the plant, but they starve the soil. Think of them like junk food. They give plants an instant boost of nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium, but they don't build any long-term health into your soil. After a few years, you'll notice your soil turning hard, lifeless, and dependent on those fertilizers, just like a junkie needs a fix. Even worse, they disrupt the natural balance underground. Earthworms disappear, beneficial fungi die back, and microbial life crashes. The soil becomes nothing more than dirt, an empty medium holding plants upright. You'll find yourself in a cycle of constantly buying more fertilizer just to get the same results. That's exactly what big companies want. But for us gardeners, it's a trap we don't need to fall into. Here's the good news. You can get bigger, healthier harvests without ever buying a bag of synthetic fertilizer again. The key is flipping your perspective. Instead of asking, "What can I feed my plant today?" ask, "How can I feed the soil so it feeds my plants every day?" When you build living soil, the nutrients are released slowly, consistently, and in perfect balance. Plants aren't force-fed. They're supported by a web of microbes, fungi, and organic matter that adjust naturally to their needs. And the best part? You don't need to spend a fortune. So, what's the alternative? Let's break it down. There are 3 simple, proven methods that outperform store-bought fertilizers every time. 1. Compost teas. Take a few shovels of finished compost, steep it in water for 24 to 48 hours, and you've got a liquid packed with microbes and nutrients. Spray it on leaves or drench the soil, and your plants respond almost immediately. Okay, so number 2, fermented plant juice, or FPJ. This is actually a method borrowed from Korean natural farming. You take fast-growing plants like comfrey or, even weeds, chop them up, and ferment them with just a little bit of sugar. After about a week, you end up with a concentrated plant food that delivers both minerals and beneficial microbes. Next up, number 3, worm castings and worm tea. Honestly, this one's my personal favorite. A single handful of worm castings contains billions of microbes that help unlock nutrients in your soil. And if you make a tea out of it, you've got, hands down, one of the best natural fertilizers on Earth. These aren't just substitutes, they're upgrades. They actually build soil fertility year after year instead of depleting it. When you ditch chemical fertilizers and focus on soil-first methods, you'll notice something remarkable. Your garden becomes more resilient. Plants bounce back faster after storms. They resist pests and diseases better. And, your harvests taste richer because the soil is actually providing a full spectrum of trace minerals that synthetics just can't match. And here's the kicker. You spend less money. You're no longer trapped in that endless cycle of buying bags of fertilizer. Instead, your garden feeds itself. So, the one fertilizer you should never buy again, that shiny bag of synthetics at the store, it might give you a quick hit of growth, but in the long run, it destroys the very foundation of your garden. The smarter, more sustainable path is to feed your soil with compost teas, fermented plant juices, and worm castings. These methods don't just grow plants, they grow ecosystems. If you want thriving harvests in soil that gets better every year, it's time to break free from the fertilizer trap. Do this instead, and you'll never look back. For more timeless gardening hacks, subscribe to Botanical Bliss, and share this with a gardener who's still wasting money on fertilizer. Let's get the word out. The future of gardening is soil first.